Hey viewers, welcome to another game as Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game between Probe as obviously the Protoss, because well, he has a lot of probes. And no, it's Goofy Run, it's not Drone. That would be awesome. If this was Drone, that would have been awesome. Goofy Run as the Zerg in the top right. So yeah, Heart of the Swarm match finally. Did quite a few non-Heart of the Swarm matches. I still have one remaining, so I'm going to do that next. Well, probably tomorrow. Yeah, those kind of Wings of Liberty style games, I really still like them. I mean, even though they don't have the same units in it that this one has, it is still pretty good. So there is a drone stuck here. I'm not actually sure what's happening to it, but it is stuck with its minerals right there. And I hope he will see that at some point, because yeah, this is going to cost him quite a bit of minerals, and of course that's not what you want out of that. Here it is all it's all good. So yeah, we do see the pretty standard setup of a forward pylon with the forge, and he's going to build a cannon. Although this is pretty strange setup, to be honest, because he can't really wall this off with just this pylon. So either he's going to place his gateway over here and wall off this part, but that really doesn't make sense. Or he's going to build a second pylon over here somewhere, and then wall this off, well, a little bit later. But yeah, that's not what we normally see. Oh, just in time to cancel that building. And of course, the drone is not going to make this work because the probe is much stronger and he cannot make it work. No. Ah, very nice, very nice. So that means that the Protoss, the Zerg player is now stuck at way more minerals than he actually wants to be. And he is going to have to build something else, somewhere else. Well, he did build something. I'm not actually sure what he built. Yeah. Oh, it's over here. Okay. I was looking for a building here, and then I was like, no, there is nothing here. Yeah, this map has all kinds of map artifacts, so I kind of got distracted by that. But the base is over here now, which is a way worse location than this, or well, this one, the other one, this one. But yeah, well, it will work. It is, however, scouted by the probe. And the probe is going to, or the probe himself is going to build a pylon and then some cannons to avoid this base from ever coming up. Come on, build the cannon. You know you want to. Come on. There you go. He is building the cannons. And the cannons are going to just cancel this hatchery. And that means that well, he should cancel this, because there's no way he can produce enough Zerglings to actually attack this. And so the base will go down if he doesn't cancel it. But for now, he is going to let it come up. Can he not see that? Hang on. Yeah, he can definitely see that. Huh. So yeah, this base is... Oh my god. What I get for picking a random replay. Yeah, well. So sad. Next. Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Once again, we are doing a match from Probe. Yeah, I wanted to follow up that last one with another one, so I'm going to post it as one game. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this is, so this might actually be a similar one. He is up against Crash Test, who's also playing Protoss. So at least the Protoss versus Protoss matchup is kind of more fair in that regard. Plus he's not going to build an early forge this time. The forge is really something that you build early against Zerg, but not against any other race. So the pylon comes up close to the base for both sides. And that means not a whole lot of minerals lost, but also not a whole lot of room to build, because you can't really build here. So you only have this to build, and yeah, it doesn't matter too much, but well, for some strategies, it is actually not that good. But yeah, most importantly, you don't lose too much time by placing it right there, so placing it close to your base. And obviously, you still have room to put a gateway or so in there, and you can just put another probe or another pylon somewhere else by that time, because, well, every bit of resources will exponentially grow in the beginning. Because if you have a little more resources, you can build a little more workers, and with more workers you get more resources, which makes you able to build more workers and more bases and such. But yeah, so in the beginning, while you're still building your economy, the income is very important. So placing that pylon close to your base is actually really important. And yeah, the second pylon also placed close to the base here. You just wall that off a little bit, and well, the gateway is coming up. It should be no problem. And the cybernetic score is coming up already here. So the cybernetic score also up for this guy. And yeah, we are pretty much a similar build here. We obviously both want to have stalkers out, as well as the come on, what are they called? Sentries. But sentries are not that important in this matchup. They're mainly important versus Zerg. Once again, yeah, the Protoss are really geared up against Zerg, not so much against each other or against, well, obviously not against each other, but also not against the Terran, because Terrans, yeah, they tend to have completely different strategies from what we see in the Zerg matchup. But hey, that's the way it is. So both of them going for this warp gate research. There's about a 3-second difference between the two. Yeah, that's not really a problem at all. I mean, that is so close. Yeah, I don't think you could aim it that close. But hey, that is pretty amazing, and that is very cool. Obviously, this probe is going to scout everything that's going on. And it is going to see that a second gateway is coming up, and a third pylon is coming up. And finally, the Stalker does get down. Oh wow, he cancelled that! And he's going for... oh man, he is going for a Stargate. So he let the enemy scout that, and therefore, well, overextend on his own, because, well, you build a robotics facility to counter the gateway units, or you build your own gateway units, but you can kind of... normally you would go for gateway units, but because he saw that his opponent was going for only gateway units, he's building the robotics facility, because Immortals are really good against Stalkers. Yeah, in this case, there are no Stalkers coming out. There are, in fact, well, some kind of flying crap coming out. I really don't know yet what he's going to build, because you can pretty much build anything. You can build Phoenixes if you want to. They're really good against, or in large numbers against everything. You can build the Oracle, which is a very fast, well, a very fast harass unit, and that's indeed what we're going for. And you can build the Void Ray, which can take out the whole base on its own. And yeah, it all depends on what you expect the opponent to do, and of course what you expect to need. Of course, the Void Ray is not very good against these kind of units, so the Stalkers. And finally, this guy, this Observer, is going to scout around. He is going to find out there is a Stargate up, and by that time, however, the Oracle will be in the base. And if he flies that around, why isn't he... yeah, he should have rally pointed that somewhere. But he is going to run into something here, I'm assuming. No! Getting lucky there, because this probe is actually, well, in the middle of the field. There was no way he could have seen that. But he's going to run all the way around, and the Observer now coming in. Now he would have been scouted, but yeah. He is not going to get scouted, and I think this is going to take out everything. Because this is an offensive unit that actually does 25 damage versus light units. And, well, probes are light units. So you normally attack the probes with it, and that means you two-shot the probes. And that is an insane amount of damage, of course. And if you don't have anything against that, so like this guy, who has no army at all here. And yeah, we're going for it. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Just taking out the probes. 7 kills. It's going to be 8, 9. And then this guy. No. Staying at 9. But he escapes at full health. Did take a little bit of damage to the shields, but that is not a problem. Obviously, yeah, with 10 workers killed now, 10 versus 1, yeah, that is not going to be a fun matchup anymore. But wow, just this one unit doing so much. And then he's going for Void Race here. Obviously does have the mothership core out. Void Race not very strong when there are Stalkers in the game. Because Stalkers can easily shut them down. They can easily well, shoot at them without getting taken out. Because, well, it takes a long time to kill a Stalker with a Void Ray. So, yeah, normally you build them against races or against players that don't build anti-air. Or you try to overwhelm the anti-air with the Void Race. But that would require multiple Stargates. And in this case he has 3 gateways and 1 Stargate, so it's going to take a while to get a reasonable force out with these Void Rays. And does this guy actually see that? Hang on. Yeah, he can see it. It is, however, not on the... it is on the minimap. No, it is on the minimap. Sometimes... and that's not a bug or anything like that, but sometimes it's not on a mini-map, so it doesn't actually show up. So he did move his Oracle a little bit, and now it's out of range actually. But, oh, if he can do that again, so a snipe like that, that would be awesome. By the way, we do have spells on this guy. He can actually detect this guy. But he is not going to use that at any point, I think. So let's see. So we do have, well, a whole lot of things coming up here. Quite a few Stalkers, quite a few Zealots, and some air units as well. And let's see how this will do. Because with these Immortals out, yeah, the Immortals are going to do very, very high damage to those Stalkers. As you can see, 50 damage versus armored. And that is an insane amount. So they're not very good against these Zealots. But the Zealots need to take them out as soon as possible. Obviously with the help of everyone else. And we are going to just take down a whole lot here. Oh, this is gonna be... oh, this is going to be so sucky. So worker supply is pretty much equal, but the army supply for the blue player is so much higher. Yeah, and this is of course all due to the fact that, well, that early harass on the mineral lines just completely annihilated his his ability to do anything. And in the end, he lost 14 workers versus 1, and that is just not good. And he says nice all-in, but it's not an all-in. He has only 1 base up, sure. But even if this failed, he still took out 14 drones. So, or workers. Probes in this case. But it's not an all-in at all, because he can definitely come back from the fact that he only has 1 base. He has plenty of units out, so of course he's going to win this fight and take out at least some probes. But yeah, I don't think it's an all-in. But anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.